thinking of getting engaged anyway. So it don't make much difference, really. It just brought it forward a bit, that's all.
You know what you're doing, Jimmy. It's a hell of a time to be starting a family in the middle of a recession.
What are you doing with that? I'm not hurting it. Ah, Jimmy's getting married.
Hiya.
I might be. Why?
Well, it's a bit sudden, isn't it? You're not even engaged.
How do you know? Anyway, it's not to do you, so keep your nose out.
Are you getting married in a church or in a registry office?
Alison, what's an abortion?
Michael, I've told you once.
Oh, so that's it.
I'll give you a good hiding, lad, if you don't learn to keep your mouth shut.
What for? I haven't done anything yet.
Are you going to shut up about it?
I hope you two are both satisfied now.
What are you blaming me for? I haven't done anything wrong. Come on.
The time now 7:30, Douglas Barton with tonight's headlines.
The United States has hinted it may send troops to the Middle East if the Russians don't move their forces out of Iran. The Prime Minister has joined the chorus of Western leaders calling for immediate withdrawal and has spoken of a serious threat to world peace. 4 people were killed today on the M6 motorway in Staffordshire when their car was in collision with a heavy tanker. The accident happened at the junction with...
Do you think we'll get on all right?
Well, I can't see why not. They're ever so nice.
Just wish we were meeting in different circumstances, that's all.
Making it sound like a funeral.
It's a bit embarrassing, isn't it? Ought to have been a happy occasion.
It is a happy occasion. Well, I'm happy anyway.
I must say, it's brought out a very determined streak in you, as this.
There's been a serious incident involving a United States warship in the waters off the coast of Iran. No further details are given in the story, attributed to the paper's defense correspondent. However, one rumor being heard increasingly in the capital this morning says the vessel is a US submarine that has disappeared whilst on routine patrol in the area.
Didn't you hear what I said, Gordon? Mr. and Mrs. Kemp are here.
By seeming to confirm that something very serious is happening. A Pentagon spokesman has refused to be drawn one way or the other on the crisis, parrying all reporters' questions to regular morning.
Do come in.
Mum, Mrs. Kemp, Mr. Kemp.
Mr. Lee, how do you do?
How do you do?
Dad, Mr. and Mrs. Kemp.
Oh,
Hello.
again. How do you do? Who, Mrs. Kemp?
Do go through.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
BBC News at 8 o'clock. The Soviet Union has protested strongly to the United States about what it calls dangerous provocations by American warships in the Gulf of Oman yesterday. This follows an incident in which serious damage was caused to the Soviet cruiser Kirov when she was in collision with the US destroyer Callahan.
It's in a bit of a state, but it's got possibilities.
I'll have that door stripped down. All this paper off and the walls white.
There's about 16 layers on here.
Ah, my mother and dad will help us. I'm sure they will.
My dad will give us hand as well. Be glad of something to do.
What are you laughing at?
Just thinking of his face when my mother said we could borrow his redundancy money.
Oh, don't.
We go fancying a trip to Bermuda on it. Looks like being Blackpool again.
Oh, dear. I like the gardens. I think it's lovely for children to have somewhere to play.
I really to let me build an aviary down there.
Oh, you and your birds.
Makes you feel funny though, doesn't it?
What do you mean?
Lots of owning home, being married, having children. You have to put years on you, don't it?
Don't be silly. Don't be lovely. I just know it will.
Yeah, love.
American and Israeli search and rescue vessels in the area today came across debris and oil slicks that could only have come from the missing submarine. It's still being said in Washington that the Los Angeles was on a routine reconnaissance mission off the coast of Iran when she sank last Tuesday with the loss of all hands. After paying tribute to her 127 officers and men, the president went on to say that he held the Soviet Union solely responsible for their deaths and for the vessel's disappearance.
The unprovoked attack on our submarine and the move into Iran are the actions of a reckless and warlike power. I have to warn the Soviets in the clearest possible terms that they risk taking us to the brink of an armed confrontation with incalculable consequences for all mankind.
Britain has emergency plans for war. If central government should ever fail, power can be transferred instead to a system of local officials dispersed across the country. In an urban district like Sheffield, there is already a designated wartime controller. He's the city's peacetime chief executive. If it should suddenly become necessary, he can be given full powers of internal government. When or if this happens depends on the crisis itself.
The United States government has been forced, reluctantly, to take action to safeguard what it believes are legitimate Western interests in the Middle East. This administration has therefore resolved to send units of its Rapid Deployment Force, the U.S. Central Command, into Western Iran. We are confident that the Soviet Union will take note of our resolve and will desist from its present perilous course of action.
Thank you very much, sir.
The time. So if you want to tighten up the timer, here's a very simple but very good exercise. And the only piece of equipment you want is a chair with legs. Right. I just bet you listen to the lovely silhouette peak. Why don't you get that chair off?
Mary, I want you to contact the following people and have them in my office in 10 minutes' time. I don't care what they're doing, they're to drop in and get here right away. Is that clear? Right. You got a pencil? Okay. Alan Bolton, George Cox, Roger Fisher, Susan Russell, ES Administration, Tony Barnes, Roy Chamberlain.
It's busy for a Wednesday, isn't it? I think it was Christmas.
The best of the weather again tomorrow. It looks as if Northern Ireland...
And what about the food situation? What have we got?
In between these areas,
And what about fire?
cloudier weather. This cloud could give some eastern areas
What else is there?
a cloudier time on Sunday.
Corned beef?
The detailed picture now.
It's not from Argentina.
Islands, south and east Wales,
Okay, what about supplies to the first aid post?
in England. A fine evening and a
Is that
dry
all?
night with perhaps
Well, that's not going to get us very far, is it?
spots. In the main,
What?
no lower than about 5 centigrade water.
Well, I'm sure I don't know if I'm honest.
Tomorrow, once again, dry.
We've heard nothing about emergency powers as yet.
Even a
Anyway, don't make a song and dance about it. Just get on with it. Don't tell anybody you don't have to, eh? Okay.
Of the United States 10th Airborne Division, which parachuted into western Iran yesterday, have taken up defensive positions near Isfahan, designed, according to the spokesman, to block any possible move towards the oil fields in the Persian Gulf. Squadrons of American B-52 bombers have been arriving at U.S. bases in Turkey since late on Tuesday evening, together with 3 AWACS early warning aircraft. It's believed that they'll be used in a supporting role to the Middle East Task Force.
All right, John.
The 84th Airborne Division has also been placed on a state of combat readiness and is said to be able to...
Come to give me a hand, then?
No chance. Done enough for one day, I'm knackered.
Not too knackered to be going out, though, I see.
It's different, isn't it? Anyway, I need a break and be down at house every night this week.
Nothing coming on?
Not too bad. Just trying to get living room and bedroom finished before we move in. Mother says, will you take some flowers down when you're finished?
Thanks, it's tea time.
Aye.
Where are they going to?
Fittingly, I suppose.
Why don't you pop down to W.H. Smith's and buy yourself an aircraft spotter's book? You start a new orbit, make a change from gardening.
You can laugh, but there's something going on, I'm telling you.
There's something going on tonight when I've had a few pints.
Don't be going mad. You haven't only got yourself to think about now, you know.
Why not? Might as well enjoy myself while I'm single. Not long to go now, you.
You could be right there.
What's up with you? Getting into training for when you're married? Two British, please, now.
Worldwide anxiety about the superpower confrontation in the Middle East has increased still further this evening. In a statement issued a short time ago by the Pentagon in Washington, the United States has accused the Soviet Union of moving nuclear warheads into their new base at Mashhad in northern Iran. According to the American spokesman, the warhead...
Hey, I'm watching that.
Aboard 2 giant Antonov transport planes late yesterday afternoon and were immediately moved undercover into temporary hangars.
See that? Watching that thing about Far East and it goes and turns its own.
Far East? Wow, what's going on there?
Iran. Americans have just said Russian.
Iran? That's not the Far East, you pellet. That's the Middle East. China, Hong Kong, that's the Far East.
So what? It's far enough, isn't it?
I've been to Near East myself. Scarborough and Skegness.
Skeggy? I'd rather watch me toenails grow than go there.
Anyway, never mind that rubbish. What about these two birds to east of this table?
NATO's position on the United States action in sending its task force...
That's right, you know, it's getting serious.
Well, there's no we can do about it, is there? Might as well enjoy ourselves whilst we can.
I know, but don't it scare you what it might lead to?
It bloody scares me. There's no we can do about it, is there? Tell you one thing, if the bomb does drop, I want to be pissed out of my mind and straight underneath it when it happens.
From which neither side can back down. Arriving here in Brussels a short time ago, NATO's Secretary-General said he regretted the Soviet action.
Miserable bugger, it's all his family responsibilities. You're acting like a married man already.
Not be long now, you
Well, you might as well make the best of it whilst you can, haven't you? Chucking these two birds up there.
Strengthen the divisions within NATO is something we shall know in a few hours' time, when the full Council of Ministers meets an emergency
Last chance you'll get. Anyway, if we are going to cop it, might as well go out with a bang, that's what I say.
Got me many better ways of going, I don't suppose. Blow the bottom job.
Returning you to London.
And we've just heard that the Prime Minister has issued a message of support for the United States government. The statement, just released from Downing Street, condemns what it calls reckless Soviet actions, which can only worsen an already grave situation.
To the Director Technical Services. Please let me know what fuel stocks are currently held in each depot. Please ensure that tanks are kept topped up and that no fuel is used except for essential works only.
There's been no response from the Soviet government as yet to the United States ultimatum delivered to Moscow last night. The American note calls for joint withdrawal of all US and Soviet forces from Iran by noon on Sunday. However, NATO observers in West Germany have reported increasing build-ups of Warsaw-packed troops and vehicles at points along the central frontier this morning. The Ministry of Defense has announced it's sending more troops to Europe to reinforce the British commitment to NATO. The first contingents left RAF Brize Norton this morning. The day has been marked by a number of demonstrations up and down the country, reflecting support for and against the government's decision to reinforce Europe. Although most of these passed off without incident, police made a number of arrests for disorderly conduct at rallies in the North and Midlands.
The government has taken control of British Airways and all cross-channel ferries. They say it's a temporary step to help move troops to Europe. Thousands are stranded at Heathrow and Gatwick. And the Royal Navy is to guard the North Sea oil rigs. The MOD says it's a prudent precautionary measure.
This time, they are playing with, at best, the destruction of life as we know it, and at worst, total annihilation. You cannot win a nuclear war! Now, just suppose the Russians win this war. What exactly would they be winning? What would they have conquered? Well, I'll tell you. All major centres of population and industry will have been destroyed.
Industry? What industry? We ain't got no industry in Sheffield!
Yes, and if the money hadn't been spent on nuclear weapons, you would have built up industry.
Get back to bloody Russia!
We would have built money into welfare. We would have found alternative sources of energy. Industry will have been destroyed. Oil refineries will have been destroyed. All our water would have been polluted. The soil would have been irradiated. Farm stock would be dead, diseased, or dying. The Russians would have conquered a corpse of a country.
Let us pray. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
Since the expiry of the American ultimatum to the Soviet Union at noon yesterday, there have been intense diplomatic efforts to mediate between the two countries. There is still no information from Iran itself. No news teams have been allowed in or out of the country since phone and telex links were cut on Friday evening. Questioned in the House this morning, the Foreign Secretary said he had no definite news to report and that it would be unhelpful to speculate in the absence of any hard information from the area. There's been a run on tinned food, sugar and other storable items, which is causing shortages in some areas. The spokesman for the main supermarket chains said that panic buying is unnecessary. But overall, there is no... He urged the public to calm down.
40p? That's scandalous. They were only 26p last week.
Could always shop somewhere else.
There's a national emergency going on, and all you can think about is lining your